Hello everyone, Kaiser here, and today I thought I'd make a video showing you what I got over my winter break. I meant to make this video back when I was actually still on winter break, like somewhere after Christmas or sometime after Christmas, but I never really got around to it. But I still thought I'd make a video showing what I got. It's better late than never, so let's get into it. So the first action figure I got was this WWE action figure. I don't know a lot about WWE. I do know my uncle and my aunt watch it a lot, but I don't really know a lot of the wrestlers, so I don't know who this is. But I do know that this particular wrestler is based off I want to say a subline of like horror themed wrestlers. So yeah. Like I said, I don't know exactly who this wrestler is, but I do like how it looks. You can see she has a pair of broken glasses there. I think that's supposed to be intentional. But yeah. She has pink hair, nice chain there. Nice detail on the shirt, on the back. And also little brass knuckles, if you can see them. I'm not sure if you can. But yeah. I do know that my mom and my grandma got me this because they wanted me to make a female figure. And and they were right, because I don't make a lot of female figures. I do try to make them whenever I get the chance, but most of them are male. So yeah. For articulation, due to the hair, it can't move a lot, but it can move to the side. The arms can go out that far. They have a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, and a wrist swivel. She has an ab crunch here and there. She has a waist swivel. Her legs can go out that far. Her legs can go out that far forward and not so much back. She has single jointed knee. A boot swivel and an ankle hinge. So that's the first one. Next one is a Star Wars figure. Again, I don't know a lot about Star Wars, so I don't know exactly who this is. But I still picked him up. I thought I could use him for something. But yeah. For how he looks, again, I'm not sure who this character is. It does come from Star Wars Black Series line. But it does look pretty nice. The head works pretty well. There's not a lot of detail on him. He does have a pretty simple design, but I think it works. For articulation, the head can go all the way around, and it can go up and down. Though when you turn it to the side, it does come at like a weird angle. Weird. The arms can go out that far. He has he doesn't have a bicep swivel, but he does have a forearm swivel, or an elbow swivel, and it can bend that far. And he has a wrist swivel and a wrist hinge. His torso can go that far forward and that far back. And he does move a little bit side to side. Not too much. Try to look this up to show you. He does. His leg can go that far forward and that far back with the skirt there. His leg can go out okay. And he has a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. And an ankle hinge and a pivot. So yeah, Now these two they got at Five Below, but for I want to say about 5 more of them actually came from a thrift store that I live nearby called Two Times New. So let's get into that with the one that's kind of the weakest out of them. This figure, I want to say he's from a Halo line, and I think I'm correct because with a few with these 3 series in particular, WWE, Star Wars, and Halo, I don't know a lot about them, but I want to say this is from Halo because of how the armor looks and how he does kind of look like the Arbiter. But yeah, I do have to say this figure does look really nice with how much armor detail there actually is on him. The only problem is that he doesn't come with a head, which is kind of disappointing, but I'm sure I would find something. So yeah, I do like how he looks, so let's get into articulation. The head, if you have one, looks like it would go here with a ball peg. I can't move that. But yeah, the neck can swivel a little bit. His arms can go out about that far. He has a elbow hinge and a swivel. And he has a wrist swivel and a hinge and some articulated fingers. The chest can go that far back, a little bit forward, and not much of a swivel. His legs can go that far forward at an angle, that far back at an angle. They can also go out to the side, and it seems like they can come off. Good to know. Didn't know that. See if I can get back in. There we go. So yeah, go out that far. His legs can go that far back, a little bit forward. I guess that's mostly due to the armor. And they can swivel if... There we go. So yeah. He does have a ankle hinge there. And a little bit of a pivot. So it's not too bad. The only problem with, and this might just be me, is that he's kind of hard to stand up. There we go. And now for 2 of the same figure, I found these 2 Batman Dark Knight Rises figures. So yeah. One thing about these is that I actually had a previous one that I used for another custom, and I'd say this figure is pretty nice. I don't know what to say about him. He does look like a nice figure. I did use him before, but yeah, I'm only gonna be using one of them since they're both just pretty much the same. You can see that there is a few parts of like a dark or lighter black. Again, I don't know what to say about this. It's just nice. So for articulation, his head can go all the way around, and they can go a little bit up and down. His arms can go out about that far without the armor. He has he has a bicep swivel there. Single jointed elbow. Wrist swivel. He does have an ab crunch that can go forward, not at all, and back quite a bit. You can show. There we go. He has a waist swivel. His legs can go out that far. They can go back, forward. Has a lower thigh swivel. single jointed knee, and a ankle hinge. I can't talk today. I'm still kind of tired, but yeah, works pretty well. I do like how it looks, so I'm just gonna put him here. And now for the ones I'm really excited about, starting with another DC figure, is this Beast Boy that came with one of the Batman figures. I've always wanted to get like a Teen Titans action figure set, and I actually think this is a good place to start. I really do like Beast Boy, and the best part about it is that I don't really have to change anything about him. Well, that's kind of a lie. His costume is like very on point to the original, or at least the Teen Titans version that I grew up with. Pretty much the version everyone grew up with. The only difference is that he does have his arms showing a little bit more skin, because in the original they wore gloves. He wore gloves and they were longer. So I might change it, I might not, but still looks pretty good. Now, I'm not sure if this is a problem with the one I have, but he does kind of have loose bicep swivels. Not really loose, but they can break easily. Because that's what happened with this one. You can see it broke because I guess I was being too rough with it when I was not trying to be. But I was able to fix it with a toothpick, and it works pretty well. So on to articulation. It's pretty similar to the Batman over there. That can go all the way around. It can't really go up and down. The arms can go out that far. Bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow. Wrist swivel. He has an ab crunch that can go forward that much and back that much. His legs can go out that far. Yeah. He has a lower thigh swivel. Single jointed elbow. I keep saying elbow. Single jointed knee. And an ankle hinge. I'm really happy that I got this one. It is really cool. So, like I said, I might change it to look more like the Teen Titans version. I might not, but I'm still happy with it. I'm just gonna put them over here. And for the last two that I was really happy to get, Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy, or Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man from the new Spider-Man movie Into the Spider-Verse. I said spider so many times. Now for these two, I actually got these at Target. And again, I was really happy to get these. I actually still have the box here, so I'm just gonna slide that in. As you can see, it's a nice looking box. Another thing is that this was actually a clearance item. It originally cost like $40, but I was able to get it for around $30 maybe, which I thought was a pretty good deal. And I also got it because, one, I really like Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy, and two, I thought it'd be really cool to have some more Spider-Man characters, even if they are alternate versions of him. So yeah. As you can see, these two are based off how they appear in Into the Spider-Verse, which I haven't seen yet. I really do want to. But yeah, starting with Miles. He does look pretty good. I kind of do like the concept of his suit, how he did kind of make it himself. So that explains why there's this spray painted spider logo on the front and the back. And kind of like the spray paint debris, if you can see that, on his shoulders and kind of on his shoes. I think it works pretty well. I still like the original a little bit more, but I say this works pretty well, especially since in a weird way, I'm pretty sure everyone said this, but Miles is kind of like Midoriya or Izuku Midoriya in a sense. Like both are normal kids, both got superpowers from like the person they looked up to, and both heroes took them under their wings to become superheroes. Their like their backstories are pretty similar once you think about it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Then there's Spider-Gwen, who I also like. I do like her whole hooded design. I think it works pretty well. Like, I don't know much about Spider-Gwen as I do for Miles. I do know that she is an alternate Spider-Man, obviously based after Gwen Stacy from an alternate universe. But yeah, I still like her, despite how little I know of her. Works pretty well. And for accessories that I don't really want to take out of the box, you can see Miles comes with this electric fist accessory, and he also comes with an alternate head. They do kind of fit loosely into the box after I put them back in, but hopefully you can still see them. Gwen comes with an alternate hood piece, and she does come with an alternate head. If let me try to take this off. So you can see she does have an alternate head there. And Miles does come with a few alternate hands, if you can see that one there. Again, it's very loose, so it does tend to fall out a little bit. But yeah, so for articulation, starting with Miles, this is based off the alternate Spider-Man Peter Parker. So the head can go up pretty far and down quite a bit. Go all the way around. The arms can go out that far. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist swivel, and a hinge. A very good ab crunch that goes forward pretty far and back pretty far. Waist swivel. His legs can go out that far. His leg can go that far forward and that far back. He has a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, a boot cut here. He has an ankle hinge that can go down, up, and he does have ankle pivot. And for Gwen Stacy, her head can go all the way around too. It can go down, up, but it does make the... There we go. I was about to say it does make the hood look pretty weird, but you can fix that. Her arms can go out that far, which is pretty good. She has an elbow hinge and a swivel. Works pretty well. Wrist swivel and a hinge. She has a ab crunch that can't go forward at all, but it can go back a little bit, and also a swivel. Her legs can go out that much. They can go forward. Oh, just through her. They can go forward that much and back not that much. Has a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. Boot cut. And I can't think of it. An ankle pivot and a hinge. So yeah, I want to say if I was rating what these figures would get, if I can get these to stand up really quick. I put these three. Whoop. She just fell. Yeah, I put these three at the top. Because they just keep falling. Like I was saying, I put these three at the top. Mostly because I do like Spider-Man, I'm excited for the new movie, and I do like Teen Titans. So these three I was really happy to get. For the rest, since I'm not going to be customizing these three, I actually want to ask you guys something. I'm not sure who I want to turn these guys into quite just yet. I do know like that something will pop into my mind someday once I get to it, but for all 5 of these figures, if you can see them all, for this Halo guy, this Star Wars guy, this wrestling girl, and these 2 Batmans, if you have any idea who I should turn these guys into, leave it down in the comments. I would like to know. And hey, maybe your idea will actually become one of my customs. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy. See ya.